anything with that cannon, or is that just out there? Look, whoa.
Zordon's settled down there.
Whoa.
Pow.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Now we can talk?
Now we can talk.
Hey.
All right. Hey.
Everybody.
Hello.
Man, it's going to be a fun episode
that one's
tonight.
not working because it's like covered. Zach. Did you check that last time?
Hey, Austin Weber in the house.
Austin A-Webs, what's
Hey,
up, buddy?
Austin,
Oh,
cheers.
look at that.
Hey, did you bring a water for me?
Man.
We serve water in this bar.
Yeah, so
Come on. Everybody's seen Coyote Ugly. Come on. I used to spank it at least twice a day to that show.
twice a day?
Coyote Ugly?
Oh, my
on.
gosh, man.
That movie sucked.
Boy.
Dude, no, it's not about the movie. It's about...
It's better when you mute it.
It's better when you
Yeah, it's one of those movies that you're like, man, this is halfway okay on mute.
I remember I was young. I think I was still a teenager when that movie came out, and I was
you
like,
actually bring over
I was
the-
like, oh, this is gonna be a movie with some
I love you
fine
so
girls.
much.
And the
Too bad,
plot
Zach,
was
you
just,
can't have any Mr.
I couldn't even appreciate that part. It was just such a bad movie. Oh shite! He brought some cannons.
Not for you, buddy.
Cannons.
Not for you.
Cannons. It's all right.
We know how
Got
you
some
roll.
help.
Been to the Coyote Ugly bar.
No.
Nothing like the movie.
No, the movie
Oh, yeah?
is way better.
That's a big
The,
one.
the movie's way better.
Beautiful women. Or
There's
beautiful
still. I was breaking.
I would assume it's cheaper to watch the movie, too, than hang out at that bar.
Yeah, take it.
So we're at episode 33 tonight,
Austin
right?
upgraded his gas station hat.
I'm gonna keep cheering.
Oh, that's nice.
Gas station hat.
That's nice. It's
They
celebrating.
don't sell New Era on in gas stations.
Nah, that is true. Well, if you look at it, it says new error.
Oh, New Era.
Yeah, it's cool. Nude error.
New Barrett.
No
New
error.
There you go. Nude Barra. I like it. I like it. Well, yeah, we got a packed house tonight for episode 33.
3-3.
3-3. That's right. We have, as always, Zach Marshall. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Congratulations on this weekend. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Rocking that beautiful shirt. And Ryan McGuire, what's up?
Not much, man.
There you go.
I
Put the
did not
phone
win a
down.
gold medal.
Bro, but you won a gold medal from my heart.
Nah, it was man. I think it's just kind of has everybody has post H-Town Open hangover except Professor Isai.
Yeah. He's ready.
He didn't
Look
want to
at
come.
him. Yep,
He didn't want to come.
there he was talking a lot.
Represent.
Did you call him Brian McGuire?
Did I call him Brian?
Oh.
I think I heard.
Roll the tape back, producer. What did he call me?
I'm sorry. Did you hear that in your headphones or on the future Skype call we're going to be
Through
doing?
your mouth.
Oh,
Your name's not Brian.
That's okay.
anyway.
Piss poor.
So we have Jeff McGuire over here.
Nice to meet you guys.
What's up, buddy?
Jerry.
Berto, what's up?
What's
Yeah, this
the dizzle?
motherfucker's always here. Hey, Austin.
Hey, man.
Welcome, man. How you doing?
Brother, feeling good.
Take that mic from Berto because we like you better anyway.
Nobody likes you.
Right.
And it was
But,
better last time when the cameras weren't working, so people didn't have to turn away.
yeah. Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
That was a good one. It wasn't. See?
What was that? I couldn't understand what you were saying. I'm sorry.
What he said was, speaking of the mic, you're going to be hosting that mic tonight. What he said was, thank you for showing up again, Berto. Anyway, Austin. There we go.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
He
How's it
also
going?
took silver this week.
did.
He
That
took-
was
he took it
congratulations,
down.
buddy.
Appreciate that.
Congrats.
Congratulations. That was
hard
good.
fought, man. Yeah. Put a lot of work into that silver.
Houston Open's a big one though, man.
Yeah,
that's
man,
that's a
It's the biggest one.
Fall.
Yeah.
First one.
fall open, yes.
Yeah.
Inaugural.
And,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
my teammates got gold. They killed it, right? Everybody did amazing.
yeah.
But man, I put in a lot of long hours to get that
That's
silver.
good, man.
medal,
You earned
so
it, man.
feel good,
Dude,
man.
you
Yeah.
placed at one of the biggest tournaments in North America.
man.
That's
That's just-
insane.
I got
I mean, I
to
never realized how hard it is to actually win one of those matches. Like an IBJJF match, like I'll go to like Grappling Industries or go to, like, cool, I'm going to run through them.
You're like, sweet Naga's coming to town.
It feels different. Like, I don't know if y'all have had any of that experience. You know what I mean?
It's all about the mindset, I think.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
about the mindset. You put like a lot of pressure on yourself, you know.
And I think that's what happens. That's
The same thing like words and like nega, you know, like it's all about the pressure you're gonna put on yourself, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's where it comes from. Yeah, for sure.
Man, strangling a guy while a whole giant crowd of your friends are cheering you on.
That's
This
gotta
is
be
an
pretty
exciting
dope.
And it's
thing.
legal
Yeah.
too.
I've never,
Your goal, though.
I've never
Look, your goal
submitted.
is to actually make your teammates feel sorry for the other guy, right?
Well, I mean,
Like, damn, man.
they're like, dude, Austin.
I started
fucked
rooting for
him
the other
up."
guy for a little bit there.
I hope he survives. I hope he survives.
job.
Yeah.
You did a good job, you know.
Yeah, way to
Your
survive for a
teammates are
second.
apologizing for you.
Right. So we're also going to have a special call-in guest here shortly. You may have seen his little magician appearance a minute ago, but he disappeared, and he's going to call us from a unknown
We're gonna
location.
try something new.
It's
Remote
gonna be-
location.
FaceTime.
We're going to have
Try
fun with this because we're
He's
going to have.
actually going Halloween. What is it? Like haunted house? Like he's going to go do one of those?
I don't know. I feel like
think he
life's
just
scared.
couldn't-
He's just
is
scared
he
of
now
life.
considered a fifth stripe reporter? Because he's gonna be
Field
on lo-
reporter.
Field reporter.
That's what he went to
on
school for.
location.
We'll
On
see,
location.
We'll see how he performs tonight. Right?
Instead of I-45 now, it can be 3CG now.
There you
just
go.
have random like people.
Ricky's gonna be like, I'm out here on 45
remember-
South.
Do you remember Ricky's original role was supposed to be the truth? Or-
Fact checker.
The
Yeah,
fact
the fact
checker.
checker.
Yeah.
He has never fact any of his.
no,
Not one single
checked
check.
any of his facts.
no, not at all. Not at all. So we're gonna see how he does tonight remotely because that should be pretty
Like
fun.
fat
Man.
checker. His brother's a fact checker.
Oh,
so
man.
like you got two right there.
See?
Fact checker.
Yeah.
Fact checker.
Fact checker.
The Hivas brothers.
So at
hold
least
it
we know
down.
Berto has a purpose now.
I always
Thanks.
have a purpose.
Yeah, we can't have all the beers here for that long.
That's true.
Also, we have Isai. What's going on, buddy? Welcome back again.
What's up?
Yep, there he is. That is the whole story from the man himself.
The depth of that response.
That's right. And
Missed out on the Houston Open.
well, you had important things to do, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
He was
The
getting
answer
fat.
is yes.
He was messing
He
with the
wasn't.
IG thoughts.
Guess
That's
how
what
much
he's
I
doing.
weigh
He's
today
How much do you weigh today?
He's a big boy.
with the gi on.
174.
170.
180.
185.
222.
Your cauliflower is like at least 20
0.8.
pounds. So
185.
What?
I called it. I got it.
That's it. No, what did you say?
Fat boy.
Damn,
Fat
dude.
boy. He's fat
You
boy.
sure know how to measure men's bodies. That was good. I'm working on it.
I said
I'm,
I
I'm trying to get to that level.
hey, we play another game that you learn in the army. It's like being able to judge the other sex's body. But we can't go into that on air.
No, I
Whoa,
said after
okay.
my fight, I wanted to get a dad bod. I got it.
Eat it up.
Man, you got ways to go for a dad bod. You don't look like Oliver yet.
I'm almost there.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what they say,
fuck,
that
man. I
chicks
have
love the
kids.
dad
You're a
bod
dad.
now.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
I think
I have to be
I
at
think-
this
It's
point.
like whenever you become okay with love handles.
I think
Yeah.
it's just guys that were
yeah.
out of shape
It's
like
great.
started
Grab 'em.
putting out the rumor that dad bods are in because they're the ones that write the magazine.
You know what? Bless those guys.
Yeah.
Bless those
A
guys.
bunch of dudes
they're
writing
not
Cosmopolitan,
Yeah.
and they're like,
They're
dad
not
bods
in.
are in,
And
voted
it's in their
by.
grade.
Cosmo for voted by
they're in.
Jeff Jefferson and
Chicks
Tom
taking
Suburbia
down.
and shit.
If they're not, I'm fucking up.
Dude, man, I'm telling you, it's the life. Taco Tuesdays are that much more fun because you can have like
what?
5 extra tacos.
You know who had good tacos?
Y'all sharing that beer
Outriggers.
because you should.
Outriggers
They
and
do, yeah.
they had to shut
They
down
had,
the
they had
whole
shrimp
thing, but-
tacos.
Yeah, but they're
Their shrimp
building
tacos
it
were
back
really
up
good.
by Boondoggles.
It won't be the same though, man. Right there, like that old location right under the bridge. It was nice. I used to like going out there.
Yeah.
Outriggers.
Outriggers over. It's on the other side of Kima.
Yeah, they had to move it to the.
yeah.
That was a good
They're
spot.
already
though.
clearing it out,
It was good.
like the land where they're gonna build it.
Man, they said it's a nightmare going down 146.
Yeah,
trying to do anything.
My mom lives off 146 in Seabrook.
Aren't
And
they expanding?
Yeah, you
yeah,
expanding
dude, it's almost a
All
ghost
those
town out there.
Going to Kima is ridiculous.
It's like the loop, right?
Oh, they're
99
adding it to the-
Grand
to the
Parkway.
Grand
Part of
Parkway?
it's part of the grand.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
99 is catching up with 146
No, look,
outside of
they're gonna-
Baytown.
Baytown.
like,
They're gonna make
interchanging.
2 lanes that can bypass Kima. So if
Yeah.
you're not planning on getting off, you can just keep going.
Yeah, if you want to pass up that
Yeah.
marvel of a
And
vacation
then there's
spot.
2 lanes that will get off for Kima, which like it currently is. So they're adding 2 lanes on the outside that will go to Kima, and then the 2 middle sides will be like bypassing Kima.
99 is just fucking wild.
Hey, can one of y'all go let
Super
Lucas
all
and Andressa in?
Someone should call Ricky and tell him to go out there. Ricky should be reporting live from the front door.
FaceTime him yet?
Yeah, so he could be like, all right, guys, I got 2 coming in.
His computer's almost out of batteries. Which, when I say computer, I mean his phone.
Yeah, his hand computer. We know, dude. We know what you're talking about.
Look,
Yeah.
and for those of you listeners that know, our young Ricky Rivas, and
Hickey Hivas.
college graduate, and actually a
Creative writing, creative
writing degree.
Very creative guy.
And he writes.
And he didn't own a computer. He wrote all of his essays on his phone,
Throughout
which
college.
is amazing.
That is. They should have given him a master's
As
for
I'm
that.
like printing out essays in letter print or like watermark, making sure the watermark's like actually the right angle and everything, turning that shit in to get as most points as I can. He's typing his shit on his phone.
He's using like notes.
And,
Like mobile Microsoft Word.
Yeah, he's probably like a notepad.
emailing his papers.
Fuck.
Oh, is the door open over there? Yeah, we kicked it open. No, safety first here at the Fifth Stripe Podcast. We definitely keep the doors locked, so knock if you want to get in. So we are having some special
undisclosed
guests.
location.
Yeah. Well, one of the locations. One of them.
Will you call Andressa? Call her on your phone.
Sure.
Thank you,
I
sir.
was just about to.
You're Brazilian. I figured you had her number. It's all
Man,
good.
They never answer my phone.
Hey guys, I'm outside. Can you let me in? Mm-mm.
Oh, it's Arian again. Just
Yeah, that
don't let him
guy.
in.
Does he think he lives here?
Charming, good looks. We can't have him in here.
You see? I told you.
Oh man.
Lucas's phone is dead. She said his phone's dead.
Oh yeah, you can't call Lucas.
Call Andressa.
I told you, man.
So yeah, we're gonna have some special guests tonight. We're gonna have quite a few high-level jiu-jitsu people.
World silver medalist
World
and a
silver
world
medalist and a world champion.
champion. Yeah.
Yeah,
And SIE. That's all that matters. That's all we need.
and we have Arian here.
And then Professor Berto, Third Coast Grappling champion over here.
Oh snap!
Masters 155 champ.
Snap! You know what? You don't have
That's
to
the
know
real
how to ride a
clout.
bike to fuck people up. That's right.
Master at disappearing in the Houston Open.
Master at making fat jokes.
I had places to be, sir.
Where'd you go, sir? What'd you do?
Shady hours sneak out.
Nah, I feel you. You don't have to tell me.
He's like,
No, I
I'm
had
all
to take
done
care.
here.
I'm gonna head
I
out
had to
like
get-
that
I had to
SpongeBob
take care
meme.
of my dog. My dog was at home by himself. My
What are you, DMX?
yeah, my
Yeah.
dog.
Fuck. That whole company. Ooh, where my dogs at?
My dog.
He's at home, motherfucker. He's cool. He's chilling.
Yeah, no, well,
saw
I
him
mean,
live.
I got there at the beginning when the tournament started, so I got there at like 9:30 ish. So I left the school. I mean, I left the apartment pretty early, so I walked him really early. So I wanted to make sure he didn't poop in the apartment. That would not have been good. He's a big dog. He can fuck shit up.
Well, even little poop's bad. There's like no amount of poop on your floor where you're like, this is acceptable.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like he could like fuck up a door if he wanted.
Babies
to.
are different.
Like,
Yeah.
he's a-
My child shat
That's
on the
what you
floor
guys-
once.
He's a big
you got
boy.
friends for.
He's good.
Hey, can you come
Man, you know,
down
honestly,
here?
Like,
I've
was that you?
never like had him interact with somebody while me and Tay aren't there. So I don't know how he'd react to somebody like that he doesn't know just coming, or somebody that he does know coming into the apartment when me and her aren't there. Because I've never tried that out. So I didn't want to just be like, hey, go walk my pit. I've never done this before. I hope he doesn't bite you.
Hey, that's right.
Have you trained him to bite people?
No.
Then he should
You
be
get, I
fine,
think you're
bro.
giving Pitts a bad
mean,
name.
Yeah, golly, bro. Oh man, here we go. We have special guests arriving. I think we have to shift a little bit.
Scoot.
Make some room.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do a shifty shift.
We're gonna have to move this camera here again. You ready, buddy?
Yeah, just don't put it on you.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
So why don't we do this? Well, y'all two share that one. We share this one.
Hey, buddy.
And then they share
My
that too with y'all.
My buddy.
Hey, talk in yours.
Oh, that
I'll tell you what.
Picture, yeah.
That's
That's very precious.
Go like this then. Go like this.
What's up?
That's perfect.
Hey, wait till they hear about
Amazing.
this back in Brazil. They don't like that. They don't like that shit. You know that.
Shit.
Wait, you're gonna be blocked entrance back into the country. That's what's about to happen.
Hey, bro. Hey, you can stay with me.
The golden couple in the house.
Here it is. What's up,
There they
guys?
are. Professor Lucas, Professor Andressa, thanks for joining us.
How are you guys doing this evening? I know. There you are.
We left all the good looks down there. We're over here in the corner as gargoyles.
Got everybody. Yeah, we keep the ugly people in the corner. So you guys are on the pretty section tonight. So yeah.
We fiz sair, nossa.
Well, I mean,
You're pretty sexy, best.
we have sponsor obligations to fill. So yeah, we put Austin on the pretty side with you guys. So
It's in his contract, actually. So
It is.
It had to happen.
yeah. So
You guys look better by You know, you want to take pictures with your ugly friends. So you look extra good.
we're basically trying to help.
It's like
y'all
the
out.
hot chick that has all the the ugly friends.
Yeah.
You know, so like that's how they are. The dumb ugly fat friend, the duff. That's what they call them. There's always one.
Share that one.
It's kind of wrong, but hopefully I didn't offend anybody. But
I mean,
did,
you know what? If you
is what it
did,
is.
it is what it
you can
is.
sue me. Join the club.
You guys can swing it like that way.
Look at that.
There we go.
Good job, Berto.
All right. Well,
Making things
I think we got good coverage.
Yeah. All right. So thanks for joining us, guys.
So he released his DVD today.
I know, man.
saw that. I saw
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I heard it was nothing but top game, right? You're not a guard player, so it's
Pressure passing. That was what it was about.
pressure passing. Is that what it was? No, so it's classic open guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Collar
that's-
sleeve all day.
Collar sleeve all day. So BJJFanatics put it out. You guys spent some time up there in was it Boston, right?
Yeah.
Filming
Professor.
it. What was that like?
What's the name of the DVD?
Glass open guard.
Just Classic Open Guard?
That's it.
I,
Oh, it's kept it simple.
I kind of I said
and
that.
simple.
Old school,
Yeah.
classic, simple.
Old school.
Man.
You should
So
have
Berto
a-
doesn't
have
pay
a slogan.
attention.
Of course, you want to make complicated like Kiss of the Dragon.
Oh no.
Should have been called the art of the parabolic guard. That's what it should have been called. But you don't want
See,
to.
the
You don't like
thing is,
branding. It's okay.
I hate these names.
Why?
Kiss of the dragon.
Oh yeah, that's such
Would you let
a.
a dragon kiss you?
I,
Would you enjoy it?
I mean, times are tough, man. I need some extra. How much is he paying? Like $50, I'd let a dragon kiss me.
Like a real dragon?
But like, what kind of
$55, I'd kiss back. What?
Dragons got long whiskers.
They got a
Well,
long
Komodo
tongue, too.
dragon. There's no
And
other
if you
dragon
really
that's
think about
alive.
Kiss of the dragon is you getting underneath the guy, getting close to his butt.
Oh.
So
Oh.
it's
Should
pretty
be
much
called the
dragon
kiss
kiss
of the
your butt.
starfish.
Well, shit. In that
That's what it's
case,
called.
dude. In that case, it'd have to be like $65.
Yeah. I'm
Because
telling you.
I mean, I'm not
The
getting
kiss
into
of the
that.
starfish.
Yeah. Ugh. So yeah, classic open guard, collar and sleeve. So tell us about you guys going up to because you were up there too filming as well, right? You got to enjoy that. So what did you guys think of Boston?
Love it.
Love it?
I like it.
Better than Houston? You can be honest.
No.
The traffic is terrible up there.
It's so
God,
bad.
sucks.
Whoever designed that city, like they probably just gave. They're like, here's an etch-a-sketch. Go.
Did you hear about there was fish in at the what is it called Fenway Park? There's fish in the in the field
On the field?
from the
Anybody
sewer
watch-
backing up.
Really?
Yes.
Anybody that's watching
That's
the live
classy.
feed can see where you can get.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, there it
Nice.
is.
There you go.
Producer
Get
Zach
it.
with the win.
Should we add to cart? Should we?
Actually,
Who's the
Can
guy?
we buy it right now?
Who's the guy
That's what our
you're
Gracie Baja
demonstrating
membership
on?
is.
It's Placido.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Love that.
He's,
The uke, how Ryan likes to say.
yeah.
The
He's,
uke. The uke.
Ukulele.
Uke.
The two ukes.
The
Whatever,
two
the two
ukes.
ukes over there.
Yeah, the two ukes.
Two motherfuckers.
There you
He's
go.
he's a Travis Stevens student, and he also got a lot of classes
shit.
on John Danaher.
They call you a juggernaut, dude.
The juggernaut. Look at
Is
it.
a rising star on the
No,
juggernaut.
they call Gracie Baja.
Ah,
the
Gracie
juggernaut.
Baja's a juggernaut.
So here's a little sample of what you get with Professor Lucas's
Placido has a nice
dope-ass
shaped
video
chest.
set.
Really good looking jewel
Yeah,
right there.
very nice hair chest.
Is that Forrest Griffin?
The hair has a very nice spread to it. It looks evenly distributed.
How many discs?
Man, the other guy that
So,
like
here's a real question, Professor.
4 hours?
What does your chest hair game look like?
Naked.
Naked?
You don't grow the
Hey.
chest hair?
Naked and afraid.
He got a Brazilian.
You got a Brazilian.
He got a
Do,
Brazilian.
do you self shave or does Professor Andressa have to help you with?
I help on the back.
There you go. See?
Hey,
She's lying.
Lucas got back here.
It's okay to need help. It's fine.
No, she's lying.
That's wisdom, bro.
hey, it's better that she did it instead of him. So let's just put it that way.
Hey, you don't look like Coach Ricky.
I do my brothers.
No, see? There you go.
That's what brothers are for, though.
I think Coach Ricky had to go home because it's like a full moon tonight. Like,
He's about to turn into
he's
Teen
like,
Wolf.
sorry guys, I don't want to like get anybody in trouble.
What are you guys wearing, a silver
ashamed-
necklace?
He's ashamed to wear the Watt tank top that Crew
telling you,
Jonathan
here,
bought
see.
him because he's such a hairy
He's calling
chest.
in right
Hey,
now.
we've got our
Oh.
Coach Ricky on the scene.
We have our.
Turning into a werewolf.
Oh, there it is. Live from an unknown location, probably about half a mile from us.
So we were just talking
2
about
miles.
your chest hair. Tell us about your chest
Hey,
hair.
pull that
Man, he
spaghetti.
looked way
pull
more
that spaghetti
fat on
out,
the
baby.
camera, man. He looked way more fat on the camera.
Yeah, you look good,
Hey,
dude.
pull
Can we see that
hamburger
chest
meat
hair?
out. Pull that hamburger meat out.
Is
I
it
wanna
a
see
full moon tonight, or
Yeah, look.
is that why you had to get home and?
Oh man, would you?
Ricky's
did
got
you shave
face
10 minutes
almost up to
ago?
his eyes.
That's not as bad as I've seen some guys. I've seen some guys like where it hits, it like goes up to their eyebrow. Like it's all one.
I have to shave it.
Yeah, it's like a full face burglar mask.
Dark in here.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Those are very strong Spanish genetics.
Dude,
Very
it
impressed.
took me over
Yes, I'm a
35
standard.
years to get
That's
this
what
piece
it
of
is.
shit going, so I try not to shave. as
He
much as
hasn't
possible.
shaved ever, and that's all.
Really,
That's accurate.
bro?
It
Even
took-
your fucking
it-
hairline's
you can
beautiful.
hear
How
us
do you do
good?
that on your face?
He took a whole year to grow his mustache.
Yeah, I didn't shave for my fight. So well,
I hope
had
it
a
was
little-
longer than one you currently
I had
have.
a thin Mexi stash for.
Oh yeah, you look like that Mexican kid in like second grade that's finally getting one coming in.
Honestly, he was one of the.
I was always
worst
jealous
I've
of that
ever seen
kid,
in my
man. You're
life.
like, bro, you're like 8 like me, and you got a mustache, man. Fuck. 30 years later, I got one myself, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's
so
like,
where
how
you
long
at
did
now?
it take you to grow that mustache? 14 years.
Coach Ricky, you look like one of those like disguises where they have like the fake nose and the black glasses. Like it looks like you're wearing one of those right now.
You look like an accessory to a spy kit.
Take your fucking Halloween costume off. It's not Halloween
Yeah,
yet.
detective. Easy.
You're not fooling me.
I did.
Oh yeah, we are definitely talking about
So we won
The
by
Houston Open.
almost 300 points. Was it? Almost 300 points.
Yeah, it was like 850.
What about the 99
something.
points that they had when they started for like manipulating the bracket? So it should be like 400 or 500 points we beat them by.
Touche. Yeah. So yesterday we had the first annual Fall IBJJF Houston Open. It's one of the largest IBJJF regional tournaments. It is the biggest in North America. So big actually that we went from having 1 a year to having 2 a year. And yeah, as usual, Gracie Baja just took the 11th straight victory.
Nice. Yeah,
And,
first place 815, second place 560.
560. And so yeah, it was an ass whooping. Is that what'd you call
Yeah,
it?
that was pretty.
It was very pretty.
Well, we had some,
did we have any doubt though? We knew Gracie Baja
Do
was
we
really
have any
gonna tear
gold
it up.
medalists here?
Yep.
Raise your hand if lost in the first round.
Raise your hand if you pulled
You don't
silver.
lose, you learn, guys. That's how it works.
There you go, baby.
Nice.
We got a silver medalist.
So yeah, we got we've got
to be like that.
5 medalists. We've got 5 medalists. One
Well, hey,
hitting a
we
personal
got-
milestone.
We got a double bronze on the line. here,
Oh,
too.
that's right. And
Double
wait, are you sure? Is that Ricky? Oh, it is.
Guys, we call him Brown. He's
What?
brown,
Oh,
not double bronze.
He worked the hardest for his division. You can see, you got me saying it.
That brown medal.
The brown medal. That's racist.
I mean, he did have to fight a Pedrinho from.
Hey, he fought an ADCC competitor, so I mean that was a pretty good match. Even though you crayonsed your own team and fought your own guys.
How's your face feeling?
It's okay.
Did Rick fight?
Okay.
Yeah, they fought.
He fought?
He fought Pedro.
he
Yeah.
fought
With Pedro.
He did?
He goes, I defended the guillotine, which everyone warned him about.
The Mourinho team.
I guess it was the paper cutter choke that nobody warned you about.
Damn.
that's a tough one, man.
Oh, it was an armbar. No. Wait, he like, didn't he try to paper cut?
Very, nice.
He was very nice.
It was he was definitely like slow paced.
You got to respect a gentleman.
match.
If Ricky would have only got him in half guard,
He
it
did.
would have been over.
No, he did. He pulled half.
Wait, deep half?
Yeah, he did.
But how deep? How deep were you, Ricky?
Why you gotta be nasty?
He just
Oliver?
pulled half.
No, I was just asking.
I gotta be respectful.
If
that
you're not
he's here.
deep enough
I gotta be
and your arm
respectful
is-
now that he's here. Mr. Andressa doesn't care. It's Lucas. He does.
Oh,
I heard so many words on the home. I live with 3 boys.
oh.
It's that.
And she's the worst one.
Oh, is that
I
true?
wanna have two.
Oh man.
Oh man.
What are you laughing
I want
at?
that as a tattoo.
This needs to be like the new fifth stripe.
Hey, that's a good Valentine's card. We can start sending to our family.
Which one?
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see this.
Come out so
I mean,
quick.
one more time I'd be a mother, you know, like
For the saloon door.
I'm fighting.
Hey, put it on
That's
Facebook.
your fight poster for next time. That's gonna be your fight poster. We're just gonna have. Never mind. Honestly.
We have a new
Guys, I know it's not a comedy podcast, but I think it's worth saying that the guys that were supposed to represent the second place on team, they didn't show up. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they were spending so much money bringing competitors from all over, paying them to compete for them.
Yeah, that podium picture was a little curious.
They had like random. They had like guy number. They had like hired some people to stand there. Like,
I
hey,
didn't really
when we lose, you
recognize
random motherfuckers
anybody.
just get on the podium.
Put on this
And then
shirt.
that's it.
beat that. Why did you lose? You
Put
know?
on this shirt and can go get them.
Were those guys on the second place? What were they? School owners? Were they? Did
never seen
did
that.
They were
Did they
potential
rent gyms?
potential franchisees. So they say money cannot buy happiness, but
We'll see. Maybe if you get your purse.
join
next
up with
time.
Lead and get your ass kicked every year in Houston. Just keep joining the affiliation, and we'll just keep kicking your ass.
Shout out for GF team coming in strong.
Holding it down.
That's right.
Revolution Dojo too. I mean,
Revolution
number
Dojo
4,
good.
they did pretty good.
GF team, our boys.
Yeah,
Professor Boquinha representing.
Yeah, GF team came in strong, man.
they always perform well at competition, though. They're always a really good competition.
Like Ed Ramos' team, I mean, they're pretty new in the city, and they're doing pretty good, and kind of the grand scheme too. I think they only have
Man,
like
it was a great tournament.
Yeah.
It was a great tournament.
And there's still another Gracie Baja.
Yeah, that's
At the bottom, yeah.
Team B.
Like that just didn't get assimilated into.
Assimilation.
So what happened with
There
that?
was
How did
no assimilation.
how did that happen?
spell assimilation.
It's Grace behind Team
Ah.
B.
Yeah, team B.
So I want to ask you a question. Let's do some go around the table, ask them some jiu-jitsu questions or whatever. See what they. So when you fight, make a face. You're just like, man, I'm fucking bored. boom, and then your leg goes like
Is that a
this.
Brazilian thing too? Like even
It was
when
it was
your
insane.
ship broke, you still have to like
Honor like the Japanese, like we must fight samurai. Like
face.
I don't know. I think it might come from the Japanese people, samurai-ish, but
that was
I don't
crazy.
know. I think that every time you show emotion, like either frustration or rage or something like that, you always end up not doing well.
Like it's something your opponent can capitalize on.
Yeah. Every time that I'm fighting and I feel the guy gets frustrated, I know I'm gonna win for sure.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You
That's
gotta,
good.
gotta remain cool.
Yeah, that's just crazy. What do you think a potential matchup with you and Gary might look like down the road? Because we might be able to make that happen. So I'm just saying. We're just throwing that out there. What would that look like down the road?
Let's
He just
see.
beat Canuto, you
I'll
beat
take it.
Canuto. I mean,
But I'll never.
Oh,
I
come
never
on.
win.
he can cover up the moneymaker, man.
American
Cover up the
mustache
moneymaker.
versus Brazilian mustache.
He's like, see me in 14 years.
That'd be Isai. That'd be Isai.
Isai is 73 years old, growing his first mustache hair.
Finally got a mustache.
73 years ago.
Master
My
7
grandpa is
division.
95, 96. He don't have a
Armpit hair will
mustache
come
either.
in any day now.
You're gonna be like, hey, I made it. I made it. I made it.
You're gonna see it on Instagram posted up. It's gonna be like
It's
hashtag
like,
mustache, hashtag
man, it
facial
took him
hair.
so.
Third Coast Grappling card coming up December 7th. Veronica Messina. That was last match was Submission Hunter Pro. Everybody loved it, said it was a great fight, but there's never a definitive winner or loser on that stage. So
Submission.
I think like I can work more like not just submission, but get a better position and then get a submission, of course.
how do you think like our rules are going to play into it at all? Like the points and everything.
It's better, because submissions only, you focus just on submission, I think I didn't fight well because I was like just focusing in like break her feet. I'm focusing in like getting a good position and then improve.
That's great, yeah.
That way, like I can make the points, at the same time control and improve.
Awesome. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. That's going to be a crazy fight. Good, bro.
You think the third coast grapple matter, kinda like not till you get to 11, but it matters.
Well, overtime, who's ever up on points now gets to pick top or bottom full guard or starting on the
yeah,
feet.
that's a rule.
So
That
the
gives you
points
the
we
advantage.
changed that. Professor Dracolino kind of gave that kind of recommendation, and we thought it was a great idea. So it's like
It's better.
It gives you incentive
It's better
for sure.
because it gives incentive.
and the
to
points
be
Absolutely.
matter
on the
now,
point. Yep.
because at high level black belts, it doesn't matter if you have 2 points and the other guy's 0. That it's gonna that there's gonna be in overtime. It's gonna start fresh, and you'll have the advantage going into that. So.
How is that? Can you repeat, please?
What the fuck is going on over here?
It's freaking Ricky.
It's your
Ricky, show your hairy chest.
Just
wanna
mute
see
whenever
it.
you're not talking.
Wait, no, slower, slower.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that
Nice.
noise?
It keeps like.
Mute yourself.
He has the TV on.
Yeah,
Stop
What are you
eating-
watching,
He's
dude?
over there eating Doritos, watching Baywatch or something.
Make it past the
Wait,
opening credits
yeah,
is
the
what he's
original
saying.
one?
I like your dog.
1 minute.
No, no,
Did you see
the
the
Dead
dog?
Rock one.
Show the dog.
The new one?
So
Ricky,
Yeah,
we
the
said
new
you're our new reporter
Oh,
out hitting the
nice.
streets or
Oh, that's Dwight.
the dogs.
Reporter Ricky hitting the streets.
Hey, just
Looks
leave the
like
camera.
he-
Just leave the
looks like
camera
he's
on
off
Dwight.
duty, but
Yeah, it's
Is
better.
that a street
Yeah,
dog?
just leave
You
the
found in
camera on Dwight.
streets?
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's
much
way
better.
better. Way better.
Dwight, yeah.
it's funny on the actual
dog's
feed,
less
it
hairy,
looks
too.
Like, the dog's over Ryan's body.
It's an improvement actually. So
Oh,
this
that's
maybe
great.
That is.
Well, because I can't get my arms all the way
No.
around.
You need to get your swole on, then you can hug this big piece of meat. All right,
That would
let's
make
get that
it-
straight.
That'd make it harder for me to grab.
Yes.
No.
My arms.
Berto.
That's terrifying.
That'll work.
So Austin, what's going on over at the brewery? What's hot? What's going on? What we got coming up?
Oh shit, H.E. Bizzle.
Well, so as of today, we had. So as of today, we had an explosion, and
What?
so we are out of
7 or
commission.
8.
We cannot brew beer at Saloon Door.
What?
Yeah, we our boil kettle exploded.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so this is the second time this has happened, and they're gonna patch it.
Dude, the boil kettle blew up.
Blew up.
So did something fly off of it?
No. Flames just shot out of it. Yeah, nobody was hurt. Everybody was fine. We kind of expected it.
That's
It was
nuts.
starting to give off the Hustlin' Honey Blonde and Ridiculous AF. But yeah, so we're actually not making beer right now.
Well, I saw you doing some promo work out at the store. That's awesome,
It
dude.
was
Like
pretty
you're out
fun,
there.
man, yeah.
I
It's
really
pretty
like
fun.
seeing you
I
out there
enjoyed
doing
it.
that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So I'm actually really curious about. So, Professor Andressa, will you tell us a little bit about how you came to start doing jiu-jitsu in the first place? I've never heard this story before.
So I started jiu-jitsu when I was in school, and my mom always put me to spend my energy, and I was dancing on the gym, working out once a week, and I saw the guys with the geese, rolling, hugging each other together, So I just saw boys doing, and then she asked me, and we did the first intro class, and I thought it was so hard. Every other sport, I did good, but on jiu-jitsu I did terrible, That's why I have patience with the inter students, because I know it's hard. So I couldn't hip escape, I couldn't do an arm bar, I couldn't do anything. So make me interested. That way I want to learn this thing. I want to learn, and I started to doing every day I come. I'm not gonna give you a gi. Because everything I gave to you for you do some sport, you stop.
Then you quit.
Yeah, I quit. So, and then I said, no, Mom, I'm going to do it. And I start to and then I start to getting better on the school. Because if I don't get a good on the school, my professor don't allow me to train.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Wow.
And then oh my gosh, I don't want to stay without training. That makes me happy. And I started to spending more time with my mom. She loved it.
Wonderful.
Eating better, on the
Lifestyle.
How old
That
were you when
jiu-jitsu
you started
lifestyle.
training?
15.
Kind of late.
Lucas
15.
started with 3 years
Yeah.
old.
Like Brazilian
You're
lady.
like two 15-year-olds combined.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like two 15-year-olds right
changed my
now.
life.
Lucas was submitting black belts when he was 15.
Yeah,
So
that's
He's
true.
like, no, it was 11, motherfucker.
No, I'm just thinking here that my first that unbleached smell.
Is this back when Atama made the GB gis?
No.
Oh, is it just an
Yeah.
Atama
That was
gi?
Yeah,
Before
it was
that.
an
Nice.
Atama unbleached gi.
Wow.
Back in the day, we didn't really have the uniforms. I think the Gracie Barra gi, the first one came after, a few years after that.
So when you guys started, I'm actually curious about this. What were the youth ranks? Why?
The orange and the green wasn't that good deal on that
Yeah.
time because didn't have match. Nobody
didn't
was
have
at
any
match.
match.
So I spent I think 4 or 5 years on the yellow belt.
Really?
I jumped
I
the white just straight to yellow.
I spent several years on the yellow for the same reason.
Because there weren't.
Yeah, I
There-
don't know,
there weren't
just
any. If
nobody.
especially if you went to green, you wouldn't. And actually, we didn't have as many kids training as we have today. Actually, most people would start around 14, 15, 16.
So
Actually,
you
this
started
is-
early then.
So this is something. Actually, I've heard this from Professor Draculino first.
Yeah.
This is really.
They have in the schools judo. Few schools they have judo.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
They had judo for PE in England as well. It was
You think
kind
it's
of
more like a discipline thing, or?
I think so because I mean, it's way that there's still that bad reputation in Brazil that it's jiu-jitsu kind of aggressive, something very loose,
So
Like
it's
you
very
could-
more
like,
casual
you-
approach
You
to
could
it.
use a blue pants with a red gi top and go those ritual things, like bow and sit on a certain way, stand up with a certain foot when you're on the knee, so all this kind of stuff. And
So it's kind of like that structure and rigidity
Yeah,
that
I
parents
think
are
so.
looking to help instill.
Well, let's
with
keep it in
kids.
a martial art,
Yeah.
right?
And to be a little bit
Just being respectful.
It's being
Yeah, it's a
respectful. Yeah,
respect
no,
thing.
absolutely.
tradition, all that stuff. So.
I
gotta pay
think
respect to
the
tradition.
judo for being Japanese is they have the Japanese culture and jiu-jitsu has the Brazilian culture. So I mean, we're usually late. We're
You don't say.
like, okay, that's fine, and we don't care.
They're great
so-
dancers. If you've seen Professor Luke, is a great dancer.
That's true.
Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu
The
bump
slap
started?
bump.
Yeah, where
whatever,
did jiu-jitsu?
whatever.
Bump
Has
slap.
anybody heard that story before?
Not sure.
I read it in one of the books, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh.
John Donaher did it first.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
He pulled it out of his fanny pack. He's like, "Here, try this," and everybody's like, "Oh."
So that's-
no.
Let's
talk about the
Yeah.
mechanics.
Hands, like, you know how you shake hands with your friend?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
shake it just like that.
I think what it was is like one person went to shake hands and the other person went to bump, and they're all like,
I do this all
fuck
the
it,
time.
do a
That's
bump.
the
Yeah.
worst, right? Whenever you like,
I'm a
you go in
fist
for
bumper, yeah.
5
I
and the other
only have
person
all-
goes.
gotta say
Lead with the
paper beats
finger
rock.
and see what they do with that go.
Yeah, I used to be the most awkward person that I knew until I met my wife, and she's
Ah.
way more awkward than I am. So this is good.
Oh, is what they would say. Leave it to the weddle, is what my Mexican friends would say to
It's
me.
true. It's true. Because I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I know. You get some Mexican guys that never met each other, and like 2 seconds later, they got the most.
You can't change. You gotta commit. I know. Like when you the mess up happens when you mess up, when you like try to change. You're like, oh, he's not coming.
Wait,
Yeah, they're like, oh, mulligan.
let's try that again.
they're like, let's pull our mulligan from golf. I'm using it now.
Hey guys, we are peaking at 11 viewers.
11 viewers.
11 viewers.
They're like,
No, have you seen people that go for the forearm and meet? So like this, like so you go into shake and they just go.
Journey, you know.
I feel like if you do that, you
Have
have
you
to call the
guys saw,
person
like,
brother.
how the guys from the costume grace scene shake their
Oh,
hands?
like
it's like that.
Yeah.
I heard you're the one that told me his
Yeah.
statue.
I heard it was because of the
Brazil.
jujitsu.
That's how they
grabs.
grab their boyfriend by the back of the head.
Oh,
like
man.
But shook their left hand because that was a
Toilet
hand.
paper
They,
there.
they wiped their ass with their hand and like bottle water. So like you'll never walk up to like a Muslim and be like, hey, what's up, and shake his shit hand. If he gives you a shit hand, don't shake it. So left hand, shit hand, right hand, good hand. So that just remember that. You go to Abu Dhabi, you need to remember this, Professor Lucas. I don't want you getting stink on your hand. Just remember what patient zero is, but we can't.
Guys,
It's not being spoken of.
can I say a message for our dear students?
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
to prove you're tough.
It's an American thing. That's how they do
I
it.
know you are not tough.
They're like,
Or
I
I
just
know you're tough.
they're like,
even if
Lucas
you're not.
dominated me on my match.
Like,
the only
I-
thing I got him on is a handshake.
Dude, I hate that people that clamp.
Grip all day.
But I have big hands. I have really long
Look,
fingers.
why
So
don't
people
you
just
do
grab
this
my
fingers.
fist like baseball style? Whenever they're done with the game,
Slap each other's ass.
they go like this.
Say good game.
They just bump like the entire
That's kinda what
day
they
in
do with
jiu-jitsu
our
on the
girls,
mat.
man.
Everyone's
High five
bumping,
here.
but when you're done,
From away, some people they literally they hold, they wait for like half a second, then they squeeze.
I don't like the ones that
I don't
hold
like
on for
looking
too
y'all
long.
in the eyes. Like everybody's like trying to.
Contact.
No, I squeeze the shit out of your hand.
And what I thought, what I said
Yeah,
to you.
Professor
You gotta maintain
I even
balance.
don't shake him up.
Are
I even don't shake the professor's best
What,
hand
is,
anymore.
what does that mean?
Yeah, you should.
I just like.
It means Isai's trying to assert his dominance and bully a woman.
Funny thing is,
Hashtag me too. Isai squeezed my hand also. Hashtag me too.
the
Your
funny-
orangutan hand having.
the funny thing is,
You need to report
usually are the very very skinny white belts that try to do that.
skinny white belts,
Should
Like,
wrist lock them.
Skinny
and they'll never be able to crush.
That's
your
how I drink my
or
tea.
crush their hand first. Don't have the issue.
And if you have both your pinky and your ring, then you can
Spend so much energy on a handshake that sometimes I'm rolling with them like, that's why your grip is so weak. You spend it all on the handshake.
They save it.
You
They're-
wore it out
they're-
all
they're-
day
they're
They
like-
long.
blow their load at the end.
They're
That's what
like
they gotta do.
on the ground. You're coaching them. You're like, get your grips. They're like, no, motherfucker, I'm saving this one. So I'm saving this.
Unless you just get out there and throw people for 30 minutes. Just do fucking throw them into
It's
the
like
wall.
the. Have you ever seen the Donald Trump like defense? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Because he pulls you in on his handshake.
No, you got to arm drag him.
You gotta arm drag.
Yeah, you gotta grab the elbow.
Macron,
Who does that?
Canada.
French Prime
Why?
Minister.
Oh yeah, French.
God,
Because I'm pulling him to his dick.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
really?
really.
That's all he's like, hey, how's it going? You're like,
Is there a
It's
way?
the opposite of.
Is there a way you can pull up
grab me
a?
by the. Oh wait, that doesn't work.
Is there a way you can pull up?
It's self-defense handshake.
He does arm drag, yeah.
It's a power move, man.
It is.
Nice.
You got to maintain it.
It's
And dress
I
is
think-
like,
I
like,
think-
under control.
I respect that.
Henner Gracie
He pulled
did
down
a.
Gracie breakdown.
Do you?
Yeah.
Some of them.
I like
Some of them.
Henry had a pretty badass little hoodie backpack that came out.
When you see something.
Yeah, he was
like
on
that-
Shark
He was on Shark,
Like a
yeah.
quick flip or whatever it's called.
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, that the one.
Hey.
So
Oh,
like
this is a
when
good one. Pull it in. Pull it in. Nope.
He's like,
I'm not
come
letting
here.
go. I'm not letting go.
He's like, come here, come here. Look at that! You see that animation?
Give him a hand job.
You know what he's saying right there? He's like, you know, this.
Oh, Putin. That's great.
Oh,
That
beautiful.
was Hillary's email server that went in his pocket.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, arm drag.
But he doesn't do that to Putin. Look,
Dude, he
he's not
tips
doing
like
that.
$100 bills to people, bro.
Who is that guy?
He's got small
Doesn't take
hands.
his salary. He gives his salary away.
He wipes his ass
found.
with $100
Okay,
bills.
bro.
I'd take a shit bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him so much.
This is great.
National treasure.
I hope he's not watching this.
Oh, Trump, he's our #1 supporter. Like, he was actually.
Yeah, good. Oh, well, obviously you won gold, but I mean,
Had fun.
any submissions, anything crazy happen?
I was trying to was like trying to be confident and controlling the fight. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
hard
never gonna have to do that. So
it's hard to recover
for
the
that.
fight.
That sounds like a lot of discipline.
Yeah, like I was trying to like do step by step, step by step. Of course, on the beginning I was trying to submit, and then crazy submitting like fast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to control and like be on that moment, you know, like make me confident, make me better.
So what's your prediction for Professor Lucas's fight? Bill Cooper.
I know Lucas is going to submit him fast.
There you go.
Part of me thinks Lucas might play around with him a little bit and just kind of
foot or neck.
Or what about a triangle? Get both.
Ooh.
Triangle.
I want to see
Like,
some worm guard.
Oh. Wait.
Let's get some lapels. Like
That'd be nice.
strangle him with your lapel. Like just wrap it around his neck.
Oh, the pena choke.
Strangle him with his pant leg.
Somebody in the audience's pant leg.
If
There
you
you
go
go.
plot him, we'll give you $500 extra.
Really?
Yeah. If you
that a
if you
real
go
thing?
plot him, we'll give you $500.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
We have multiple witnesses.
Wait,
$500
go
bonus.
plot
if you
go plot
Bill
him.
Cooper.
Everybody see
$500.
Ryan. Here's Ryan saying that. Got it.
Boom.
Right.
Here it is.
That's awesome.
Ricky's trying to say something.
What's up, Ricky?
Hey,
Tell
what's
us
up,
what you
Ricky?
feel. Come on, Ricky.
Boo, this man.
All right. So reporting to us live from his house.
bedroom.
Yeah.
From his bedroom, he says he's sleepy. He's got to go
Uh-oh.
to bed.
I saw you look
Oh,
behind
okay,
you. Is someone
sleepy
there?
time.
It's almost midnight, guys. He's got to get ready for the full moon.
It's not like you're playing basketball tomorrow or anything.
So
The next Houston Open.
Very interesting.
He's getting ready for the March.
Wyatt.
All right, Ricky.
Hey,
Signing off.
So we had an open question.
Bye, Dwight.
Yes.
Oh, nice. We had an
Said
open
later.
question about
Here?
the matches, and I wanted to hear Lucas talk.
Absolutely. Yeah.
About
I want to hear.
Yeah.
Man,
Everybody's.
honestly, I wasn't even caring. Like, oh, when is like everybody fighting, you know? And and then I suddenly forgot. Oh, I forgot I'm fighting too. You know, it was kind of like, you know, I just want everybody to do well and help everyone. And like we just saw like everybody killing it. The white belts from the gym, and they kill it.
So what's it like whenever you see somebody performing something you know you taught them in like real life? What is that?
You get that warm
Amazing.
fuzzy.
Feels amazing.
I looked at your like open guard, like your chapter list and stuff that you did with us when we were white belts. Like when we did the privates and stuff, it's like the same like collar sleeve. Like
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's
mean, a lot of people are asking about the DVD. They're like, oh, you gotta be like super flexible to do it, and that was the thing. That's why I spent like a whole day filming it, because we wanted to make sure that every detail was a thing that anybody could do. You know, like flexible, not flexible, long legs, short legs, or anything. You know, that's why we fat.
right here.
Well
Right
fed.
here.
We prefer the term well fed. On.
Well
That's
fed,
right.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, so like I made
Ruben-esque.
sure.
Husky.
I talk a lot
Burlesque.
with Michael from BJJFanatics and Bernardo Faria about that. You know, that's I wanted, if I did something that I feel require a little bit of agility or something like that, I wanted to change it and do it in a better way, in a more universal way. You know, so that's the thing. I did more concepts than techniques itself. You
That's
know,
good.
So it's more like open guards concepts more than anything. You know, more than like a fancy setup to a sweep or something like that.
I like concept videos because it gives you something that you can apply to both. If you're in the the offensive and defensive situation of it, you know what to look for, you know what's effective, so you
got
know
any
what to
discount
kind of
codes?
defend for, you know.
Actually, we do.
You got
Third
any
coast,
discounts if I buy this right now?
third
Oh, yeah,
coast
third
does 3CG BJJFanatics. That'll save you 20%.
20%.
See?
Nice.
See,
Use it, guys.
teamwork.
Austin, use it. Put that to work.
I'm gonna buy this.
What 3CG? Oh,
The
no,
3CG
I-
discount,
I-
son.
In my email, I have a 30% discount code. I buy too much.
High dogging us over here. Shut it down.
Yeah, does
So
that
use
mess
the
with your
3CG
money?
one.
If I get
No.
a discount from them, you get paid the same. Then I'm getting a discount.
No, but
Yeah, I don't wanna mess with
But,
your
uh,
money.
the-
Yeah, as long as y'all get paid the same.
like the scissor sweep variations, like there's a whole like basically that's basically from that open guard collar sleeve, that knee shield kind of thing. I mean, you can do so much from there. The fake scissor sweep to the triangle to the omoplata. I mean, you taught me that like a long
Yes.
time ago.
It's a really
That's
good position.
one of the reasons why I like to base like my whole jiu-jitsu in concepts, because I see people sometimes they posting videos on like a super fancy setup like berimbolo to inverted something kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you take one element out of the way, they don't
fail.
know how to
It
do it
falls
anymore.
apart.
Yeah.
And if you know the concept, doesn't matter what's going on, you're gonna be able to apply those concepts. You're gonna be able to teach yourself. You know, that's why I always tell the students, if you learn the concepts from close guard, Doesn't matter the technique that the professor show, even if they're far away on the mat helping someone else, you're gonna be able, okay, so I'm in this close guard sweep, and I know I need to apply those concepts. So something is not feeling right. So let me see, I'm forgetting these concepts. Okay, got it. So you can correct yourself. You know, if you just learn the technique, then that's all you got. You got the technique, something comes out, you don't know anymore.
The best class I ever had was the like concept that Lucas did for me. Was the best one. You already did that one. Like make me think about all the game, all the jiu-jitsu game, and like think about the position, not just do it. You know, like make yourself be smart on jiu-jitsu game, not just scramble. You know.
And that's how he was. Like it was always like, you know, the fundamentals from like if you're even mounted or like full guard or side control. There's always concepts around that, like, you know, like if from keeping your elbows in and just the little details like that, and you can just kind of apply it to a more broader game. I mean, that's how y'all taught it. Yeah.
Better than you submit somebody, you control them to submit. Like doesn't matter if you want to submit or not. If you control them, you can improve from that. Is much better than just like jump and submit.
Hey, I feel attacked. I actually like to do that. So,
So you should buy the DVDs and
one's a
brush
world
up on that.
champion, and the other
blue belt,
Is
Houston
Ryan.
Open loser. But it's okay.
No, but I mean that's a great point by Professor
gonna say,
Lucas. It's
yeah.
about having to connect everything together, knowing the ins and outs, knowing the most likely ways your opponent is going to react, and being able to capitalize off of these. This is jiu-jitsu, right? It's not just like moves.
There's only
like,
so many belts
separated.
that you can just get away with being athletic.
Yeah.
I think it stops at like white belt. Once you get to
I
blue
mean,
belt, it's like
No.
So look,
You can still
yes
get
and no.
by being super athletic.
No, so
yes
look,
and no. Yes and no.
being a good athlete in a sport is never going to be bad, right? So you have to have the technical knowledge to just be able to outthink.
Right.
the
We're not
people
talking
that-
about somebody like an athletic person off the street. I'm talking about an athletic person training.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you
Yeah,
can't,
like-
like you can't bank on your athleticism. You have to do like what professor said, like both the professors say. You
But
have to
like
study the
somebody that's super
concepts.
athletic and can do the basics,
Look at
but
Nicky
not really
Ryan.
think ahead of the game, just like can do the basics and execute them good.
like Brian Cushing.
That's only going to last so long by the time that there are people that are thinking ahead of them and to defeat that athleticism.
Yeah,
where they
can,
don't- they
can
can't match
mitigate it.
Because
I
it's
think that a small guy beat a big guy kind of stuff. It's based on a thing that, for me, the bigger the guy, the stronger the guy, the faster the guy, the more flexible the guy. That means the more technique you're gonna have to be able to beat it. You know, so I mean, if you are 150 pounds and you've been training jiu-jitsu for 1 month, if a guy with 160 pounds show up to class first day, you're probably gonna smash him. But if that guy is 160 pounds but he's super lean, he's strong, you might gonna have more trouble. And that means that your technique just needs to elevate with the type of opponent you're facing.
Yeah.
So, Professor, if you think like a video game where you have like you pick a player and it shows strength, it's 7, speed 8, agility, mobility, flexibility, technique. Are all of those weighted the same, or or do you think technique would it be on the same scale as like you could get away with less technique if they were maxed out on all of the other things like flexibility, speed, strength?
I think that the only thing that's gonna last is gonna be, when I say last, I mean during the match. The only thing that you're gonna be able to apply in every situation is gonna be technique. You know, you might be in a situation where
So
you
you
might
don't
not be
need
able.
flexibility, but you still do need technique.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I mean.
So it is weighted a little bit more, like having
Exactly.
technique is premier,
Number one.
supreme. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I always ask people, was Arnold Schwarzenegger a great fighter? No. I mean, he didn't
could
train
be.
kind of stuff.
Oh.
What is Usain Bolt a great
Because
fighter?
case in point, you could have somebody with full strength, no technique, somebody with no strength and full technique, and that technique person's probably going to
Just think of the UFCs back in the day. Back in the day, nobody trained. Everybody just used to
Well,
lift
that's why
weights,
they picked Hoist.
swole,
You know, he
and
was the
then there goes
smallest.
Hoist.
There's
you
no
know?
strength and conditioning. There's just strength.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I mean, if his speed, when I say speed, I mean like pure speed. Let's suppose the person doesn't have any technique, but it's just super fast or just super
Explosive,
strong.
yeah.
If the person's super strong, that is not gonna win a fight. If the person's super fast, that by itself is not gonna win a fight. But technique by itself wins a fight. So
yeah, man, blue belts were wrecking shop in the bars back in the day, beating people the fuck up. Back when jiu-jitsu first
Nobody
came out,
knew, yeah.
nobody
I
knew what
wasn't
the
even
fuck they were
training
doing.
jiu-jitsu, and I was beating people's asses up in the bar.
Well, because if you
think I don't gotta pay $100 a month.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if you can beat trained blue belts, then just what you can do to a non-trained person. But just nowadays, more and more people are trained. So
I mean, my advice for people is if you go 1 hour a day to do something to get just better, just get your technique better. You know.
Don't skip training to go work out.
Exactly, because I mean, in the long run, after you're already good in jiu-jitsu, then you can get stronger, then you can get faster. But the other way around is gonna be harder.
And Professor, you can comment on this. So sometimes I have students go to me and like they'll say like, oh, I was using too much strength to get that submission. I shouldn't be using any strength. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's not really the case. Like you want to apply, but
firm grip,
handshake, firm grip,
firm grip.
But like you want to apply your technique like forcefully, right, with commitment. But at the same time, it's not all about just how strong I am. You have to apply the correct mechanics to it. Yeah.
Agree with that. I mean, I think that's the difference between strength and pressure, you know?
Oh, there you go. That's a good way to put it. Yeah,
when you do pressure, it's specific, apply the strength. You know where you're applying the strength. Strength by itself is just craziness.
But it's so.
Exactly. You know, I mean, if you're holding somebody's collar and you're pulling down, you're going to use strength, but you're using like let's say this way, a good type of strength, you know, and an effective type of strength. But you're simply just on mount and trying to push the guy up with your arms. I mean, you're just spending energy.
You're bench pressing.
Exactly.
There's a time and place to use it, and you got to make sure you're in the right position before you start executing.
The right angle to use it, and it's kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So to use a sports terminology, can we do like a 7th inning stretch, like a halftime show, so I can get out of here?
Oh, you trying to bounce?
Oh, you're trying to bounce?
I'm about to pee on myself.
Well, how about this?
So I need to go to the bathroom.
Go this way.
As Ryan leaves, I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors. How about that?
There
Because we haven't even covered that yet. So we'll move through these real quick. Yeah,
right
man.
here?
All right. So
You gotta hop over the cable, yeah.
first, shout out to jetskipants.com. 6-month guarantee, always 15% off your order of 2 pants. Also, shout out to Saloon Door, Mr. Austin Weber in the house, bringing some treats, keeping us hydrated as always. We already talked about a little bit of what they have going on. Check them out at HEB. Production is currently slowed at the moment, but don't worry, they will be back in full force.
But they have
Go
currently,
see them though.
They have a hazy pale on tap right now that is top notch. So
Top
check it
notch.
out. They finally got their hazy game dialed in.
There you go.
Oh yeah. So we're like, it's really exciting. So we did this pretty ingenious thing. It wasn't my idea, and not ingenious the brewery. We did this thing where so Josh crowdsourced information about making this beer. So there's this very special way to make this hazy beer. And so what he did is he called 30 homebrewers that are all NASA right.
They're on Facebook.
We're doing a beer contest, and we want you to come to our brewery and use our water and use our ingredients, but make this beer. And so they did, and the whole time Josh is walking around like, man, your process seems pretty interesting. Like, what are you doing here? And they just crowdsourced the information. And so at the end of it, he had a giant notebook filled with all these hard-earned secrets about how to make this very specific beer. And then the final piece came into place with a different brewery here in town, and they were like, oh, you need to do this. And he was like, oh, I got it. And then now he makes these amazing hazy beers, and it's really cool. He's a master of his craft. He's one of these guys that really takes what he does very seriously, and I admire it. And he's all about Kaizen, right? So this is each time he comes to work on something, he tries to do a little bit better than the last time. And so each time you have our beer, it's supposed to taste the same as the time before, but a little bit better. So it's a cool deal. It's an interesting time for Saloon Door. It's a time of transition as we switch from a tiny brewery to a small brewery. There's a lot of developments, and there's a lot of work, and there's a lot of new things that need to be done. But it's an exciting time, and ultimately, we're very grateful to all of the people that continue to drink our beer.
I'll
and
be there.
support us. Well, we appreciate you. Thank you very
Guys,
much.
I don't drink beer, but if you're gonna drink beer, drink Austin's beer.
Thank you very much, Professor. That's very kind. Maybe
You know what?
someday,
If
a
you
long
did
time
drink,
from now, I can
if you
get
did
to
decide to
drink
drink beer, though, no, here's honestly,
You gotta make kombucha though.
if you
Right?
did decide to drink beer, you probably would like Austin's the best because even my wife
you.
says that the Saloon door beer is the best beer she's
I
ever
always say your wife is a really smart lady. I always say this. I go, Megan,
I say
Zach's
that
wife
too.
is a smart
I say that
lady.
too.
It's wonderful.
Is that what you say every
That's
day?
my-
You wake up in the
romance.
morning. You wake up
That's
in the
my
morning.
romance is you have a very talented, gifted palate, and she
Must be a
gives me
super
that
taster.
Go to hell look.
Dude, I'm totally fucking up this marriage thing. Start taking notes.
You
over
don't
here.
compliment your wife's palate.
Not her palate.
Lucas,
her
tell
palate.
him.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Not her palate.
You have to treat your wife like a princess. You know. And
Well, I'll say
saw some
queen.
eye rolls
I'll say
there.
queen because I'm old, and princess might be a bit young for me, and the laws might have
queens are
a.
usually old, so.
Well, she's wise.
And Oliver's old.
I'm not old. I'm
Wizened.
I'm
Wizened.
I'm on the high side, really high side of young.
Like
The really high side of it.
Aged
I'm in
whiskey.
transition, motherfucker. God.
Hey, we
20
need,
years and you don't even know if it's gonna be good or
we
not.
need to get some whiskey in here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna
no,
get
that's
some
exactly
whiskey.
what we need in here.
that's what we need
Well,
here.
my buddy told me the other day, he goes,
That
you know, I like my women like I like my whiskey. And I go, okay.
Oh, no.
All right. And he goes, 14 years old. All mixed up with Coke. And I was like, well, that's despicable.
That was rough. That was quite
and
rough.
that-
Is your friend related to
I'm
Elvis?
a lawyer again.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I became a lawyer.
That's right.
again.
Congratulations.
No, don't say
Oh.
that. That's not the right thing.
Sorry. Congratulations.
Yeah. No, I only did it so that I could officially advise Third Coast Grappling.
Oh, look
Very
at that.
Only
much
reason that I did
appreciate it.
Yeah. I did it.
Our general counsel?
Yeah.
if you will.
Well, I'm not sure
GC.
about that. But so
CGC, Chief General Counsel.
yeah, so we got into a thing, and I sent an email, and the lawyer wrote back, and he was like, "You're not even a lawyer, dude. Like, don't be emailing me."
You're like,
And I was like, "Okay."
you're like, give me 5. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
That email was pretty brutal.
No, I mean it was
I was
fine,
like,
man. Yeah.
damn.
Well, so we created a side chain, and I was like, "Hey, man, look, I didn't pay my dues," and he's like, "Oh, bro, I've been there." He's like, I got to send an email like this for the company," and I said, "Okay, cool." And he was like, "Hey, man, so like when you come to Austin, like let's get a bite or something." And I was like, "I come to Austin all the time. My
You are
wife
Austin.
lives there."
Yeah.
You know.
And now Austin works for Flow Grappling.
No, but he was a friendly guy.
Insider.
Man. But he just had to do that thing.
I've talked to that guy, Paul.
Yeah.
He's a very friendly guy.
So I went and got my law license back, and so now I'm like official. And
So shout out to Flow Grappling for getting you back in the
yeah,
law game.
Thank you, Flow Grappling.
All right.
Yeah, the #1 name in online combat sports.
And making people lawyers.
Yeah.
So that's the best recruitment ever. All right, let's find. Speaking of Third Coast Grappling, let's wrap up these sponsors. Third Coast Grappling.
Yeah.
So Friday we have the Halloween party and the weigh-in for qualifiers 2. It is going to be what time are the doors open for the Halloween party? Early,
on the
like
internet.
it's on the internet.
Can you wear your Halloween costume and weigh in?
Well, I mean, look, weigh in,
So I'm
then
doing,
party.
I'm doing the main event and I cannot even be part of the party.
No, you can weigh in first, and then we'll rock the shit out the rest of the night.
But I fight.
Person that
Games.
doesn't drink.
You're gonna play some
Yeah.
games Saturday.
Who else is fighting? Are you fighting?
No, I'm
No,
just
I'm
not
gonna
fighting.
be on the
No, no,
December.
He's on the he's on the December.
No, you're not.
No,
on the, oh.
I just gonna be.
Just gonna be there hanging
No.
out.
Are you reffing? Are you reffing again on this one?
No, I'm roughing.
Oh.
Austin's like, I know you're not fighting. You're
Let me
you're
rephrase that.
just-"
Please come,
She's
ref.
like, no,
Fuck
I'm really
this.
not.
Yeah, well,
But it's good.
yeah, but I see too much of them, and I really don't want to see any more of them.
Did y'all see this? Breaking news as well, coming out.
I did see that.
What?
Yeah, I did see that.
Dudes and chicks fighting each
What?
other.
Yeah, explain that. How
Ooh.
that?
It's
So
it's
it's
like
gonna
All right,
be
so
a
let me
tag-
explain it. So
it's
guys,
weird.
team match.
It's weird.
and then there's the
So they're
Yeah.
setting it up where it's going to be a tag team match.
So but
Yeah. Like you can hold the person down in your corner, and if you can tag your other person, then you have 3 seconds for that other guy to come in and get his position, and you can get off.
so you have 3 whole seconds where there can be 2 people against one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it went the first team that gets 5 submissions.
you have to defend your ankle and your
okay,
neck.
So no, wait. So first team to get 5 submissions. So if there's a tap, reset.
Yeah, resets.
That's me again.
It is you. It is you.
Oh yeah.
I
gonna
still
be-
need to
it's
talk
gonna be
to
really
the person
tough.
who put those things in my eyes.
Oh well, it's yeah. I don't know why we did that.
I didn't understand that thing like male versus female.
Here, I'll show you.
So
There's-
she's Brazilian, so she's never seen wrestling.
So like it's like a tag team match.
Like
it means that like
like
he's
we're fighting?
outside of the like I'm fighting with Austin and I'm holding him down and
Hey,
I'm
look here's
and now he comes in.
Yeah.
here. Look.
So
Yeah.
Submission Underground.
Your
Did C
couples
there
match.
with the chick name? Like we.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys.
It'd be like
those guys.
It'd be like if it was you and Andressa against another guy, another girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a couple. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
couples match.
Shit, that would be
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
It is couples match.
So depending on how this one goes, maybe
So
you
he's
guys
over
could
there
be
in that
lined
corner.
up.
When is gonna be that one?
So they get tagged in. They have to keep their hand on the cage.
So he has to keep his hand on the cage in his corner. So that's why it's strategic for him to pick him up, pull him over to the opposite side, so he can't get the tag in.
But can he tag him in right now?
Yeah,
What's
but
that?
he doesn't need to right
Can
now.
them submit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And even if let's say someone's on his back and trying to choke him, he could be defending, tag his partner, and then his partner can come in and start choking the guy that's choking him to get.
From that's kind of for over 21.
That sounds like
Yeah.
No, you definitely have to pay for our premium
Wait,
subscription to
let me-
watch that
how
one.
the-
I
how
thought
the
they,
tag-
I thought they called that threesome.
Well, or sixum. We don't limit.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
We'll
like
keep going.
that's like
Here's
human
one.
centipede
This one
jujitsu
has
style.
a female.
There's no butt mouth.
Look, this one has a
that is
female.
You guys, Americans, are weird.
Yeah, you Americans are
Hey,
fucking
you're
weird.
an American too.
Yeah.
South American.
Actually, hold up.
All right, so see, he
That's
tagged
why
him
I'm
and he
crazy.
jumped in. So
We're
you can
all
hold him
American.
for 3 seconds.
Yes. Are you guys applying for citizenship for the U.S.? Like, are you guys want to become citizens here and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Austin, why?
Yeah.
goddamn
No,
it.
this is great.
I know it's great, but why you gotta be such a?
Why you
fucking-
gotta make me feel like a piece of
Yeah,
shit?
I guess fuck all of us because we're not getting our citizenship.
You were born.
Can't
Mom
do
did
this-
a great
I can't do
thing.
this great
She
thing.
You know what? You know
Don't
what?
you fucking talk about my mama.
She's wonderful.
You know what's the most American thing there is?
What'd you say about my mama?
She's lovely.
Hey, you know what the most
Don't you fucking talk about my mama.
She makes the
Keep
best
her
black
name
bean
out of
soup.
your mouth.
you know what
You
the
know-
most American thing is sugar-free gummy bears.
Wow, okay, I want that.
Have you seen the review? All right,
They're
so
good.
let's look at some of the reviews.
It's bad for you. Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, it could be
Who's
good.
buying that?
Shut up. Zach.
Let's see. Let's see these reviews.
Nothing you can find at a gas station
Okay.
for 99 cents a huge bag is
Well,
good for you.
I bought these fully well knowing my consequences of my actions. However, the unforeseen events that followed include, but are not limited to, my prize hunting dog unable to track due to the horrific stench of my bowels. My wife looking at me with a cotton diaper.
I know, a
Cotton
Vicks-
dipped in Vicks.
a cotton dipped in
vapor.
Vicks Vapor Rub.
Shoved into each nostril. This one's not good. Hold on.
No.
Neighbors asking me to please stop suburban whale calling at the hours of the night. Best of luck.
These
It's
gummy
5 in the morning and I'm writing this.
But he
review.
still gave it a 5-star review.
Yeah, he said these gummy bears are so. It starts with these gummy bears
He's
are
like,
so
they
delicious.
fucked up
Overload.
my life. You should order some.
All right, hear that. These gummy bears are so delicious. I was so excited to have found such a Costco-sized bag or pack to buy on via Amazon. Last night, I decided to throw caution to the wind and really live life on the edge. I
Sounds like a boring life.
I tore open a 5-pound package and grabbed a handful of bears.
This is the best.
Screw eating 9. Why not hit it up with 15 to 20 instead? Oh, the joyous state. I was enjoying these tantalizing little treats. Off to bed I went about 30 minutes after taking in my nighttime snack. As I prepare for bed, I noticed it's starting to rain outside as I hear low rumbles of thunder in the wee hours of the night. A few hours after I drifted off to sleep, I was suddenly awakened by a loud rumble in the jungle. Initially unsure if it's thunder from the storm or from the gummies coming back to haunt me. I didn't take long to realize that I would soon regret my rash decision to down so many bears in one sitting. The pain, the horror that took place, I can't even. Oh, but it wasn't even 4:30 a.m. My body reacts once more. Now, I usually try to be a lady.
Oh wait, this is a chick?
Oh God.
Oh
usually try to be a
shit!
lady
shit.
And keep the nature noises to a number 2
This
at
is
the
a
level of
chick.
non-existent for my husband's sake, which requires a lot of self-control. But at this point in my life, I no longer have the ability to have as much self-control as songs are released as I expel the demonic little creatures from my body. It's now 5 a.m. and the struggle was so real for me that I have to find it to be my civic duty to warn the world of these things. Yes, they are delicious, but don't let their size and taste fool you. Do not let your guard down with these things. Stick
Buy
to
my
like
DVD.
maybe 2.
Yeah. Dude, so look,
Dude.
the best
Hey,
review. So wait, the
While
best
you're on
review
the
ever-
internet, can you look on the Urban Dictionary for what their name?
So I want to read the best review that I've ever read to something you could eat. It starts off by saying, "This is not a fucking joke or a goddamn game. I ate 3 boxes of Fiver One bars as my exclusive food due to extreme laziness in the last 2 days, and I cannot even understand how much I am fucking farting. This is beyond insanity, and I am not exaggerating. I am farting at least 2 loud, boisterous farts out of my ass per minute. I have been farting incessantly for the last 18 hours. I want to die. It's like I'm inhaling through my mouth and exhaling through my ass. Continuous loud yelling moans are destroying my asshole. I know this is a bold claim, but if you don't believe it, try it yourself. You will regret it. This is worth the time I ate an entire box of sugar-free cookies."
Dude, you
That's
have to
Fiber One bars.
You have to have a degree in literature or fucking creative writing to be able to write that shit.
What
That is
about
insane.
Burger King's
meat-
taco
the meat-
review?
Dude, this is the
Those are amazing
best review
tacos.
I've
Shut your
ever
mouth.
read. The best one ever, dude. That shit was hilarious.
God, that's bad. That's bad.
I'm inhaling through my mouth and exhaling through my ass.
Yeah, it is funny.
I feel like
That was
A
great.
gastrointestinal hell that these cause is truly biblical in proportion.
That was short, sweet, and 100% honest.
Bought these to give a new group of scientists coming down to our station in Antarctica. They had the desired effect.
Dude, that's insane, man. I feel like we should have a go.
Oh, the hot eating
Or we'll
contest?
The hot eating
We
contest.
actually eat hot.
That
Eat
was,
hot.
Yeah.
that was back when Professor Brennan used to come and
I'm a huge.
Yeah,
no,
and
I'm
then
a
he would
huge
make
hot
up things
ones
like the
fan.
hot eating contest.
The hot eating contest, which is we can eat hot, I guess.
Actually, I don't think it was him that came up with it.
Who said hot eating contest?
I don't know, but it was a horrific name that stuck. But
It was
anyway,
something we came up with in the back of a brewery.
absolutely.
that was pretty fun.
It was
That
fun.
Yeah, it was the first era.
I enjoyed those days. It was cold.
The first epoch.
On Urban
Lucas.
Dictionary and see what they translate to.
Lucas is is the sweetest guy you will ever meet.
Aw.
You know that he will always be there for you, even if he's at the darkest moment. He will simply put on a smile and support you for whatever it is needed.
I'm watching Professor Andressa's face right now just to see how it changes. There we go. She's playing it well. She's all over here. She's like,
Professor
what
Andressa
kind of
like,
bullshit is
Go,
this?
Finish it.
What the fuck?
Finish it, Berto.
Although he makes other people happy, his own life isn't perfect itself. Lucas works too hard and fuck my.
There should be
contacts-
hasn't.
My contacts are fucking up. Somebody else. read it.
Lucas works too hard.
And hasn't lived a real life. Sometimes pressured by others or ignored. Sometimes he can feel misunderstood by friends, family, teachers. But he doesn't get that in the way when helping others. He is a true friend, and if you ever let him go, you know you will regret it.
That's true. That's nice.
That is
I thought
true.
That thing was gonna mess me up.
No, man. Hey, I'm a
about-
tabby cat, so yeah, good. Yeah, if
Which
you
is
look
like
up
a
Oliver,
woman
it's
or
like
something.
a tabby
It also-
cat.
it
Yeah.
also means
I'm basically
ducks.
a homeless woman.
It also means ducks.
I knew it.
I love
I knew it, but I can't talk about it.
Oh, nice, man. I love
What about
that.
Andressa?
Arian-
Look for
Arian
Andressa.
Understand me. Why duck?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
In the
Luke.
morning.
Luca. That's Luca.
Yeah, we need to look up
yeah.
Arian and Andressa.
Oh, look up Ariane.
Yeah, or Andressa.
Oh shit! Latin sexy beast.
Oh man.
Latin sexy beast.
Damn,
that's
girl.
intelligent as well. She got a rack and an ass.
And dude, I love the quote. You ready? Fernanda says, "Damn, Andressa, that ass." And Lorena says, "Her ass so big, it's full of secrets." Lorena is obviously one of your hype girls.
That's great. That's great.
Man, this is gonna be
Hashtag
amazing.
Dressa. Hashtag Andy. Hashtag ass.
Hashtag rack.
You got after all your posts now, you got to put
Hashtag
Latina sexy beast. Latina sexy beast.
that's amazing.
That's the only one for
Let's
Andressa.
do let's do Arian real quick.
I'm gonna yell that shit next time you win. Latina sexy beast.
Dude, that's insane. All right.
Arian.
There you go.
Arian.
Oh my dude, even
Simply a word.
Arian is not simply a word, but a lifestyle. You cannot become an Arian. You are born as one.
Oh, it's not Arian. I don't think it's Arian. It's Arian.
Oliver, you
No.
pick.
No, I'm not.
Normal person. I don't know if we can do that. An Arian already
Already
done.
done.
Already did it, motherfucker.
It's like, do you have dreams? Cool.
Look, this
Here
is
they are.
This is the video that goes with it. See, Arian lifestyle. Right
You
there.
guys are laughing, but who's our third coast grappling model right now? I'm just saying. That's our cover.
Boring.
Okay, number two.
Oh, here it
Totally
is.
awesome and chill motherfucker. Incredibly gifted in many fields, Arians. Exhibit an acute tendency to hotness, awesomeness,
You
and
like it,
overall
you like
ridiculousness.
Look, we
Cool.
picked.
Although this occasionally leads to mild to severe arrogance and rarely an alarmingly inflated ego.
Rarely.
Girl, damn, that guy is such an Arian
Boyfriend. Shit, another one? And he goes, another one for that? I wish I was an Arian.
It was posted by Jafar.
Yeah, and then Arian. Oh, here it is. I'm not. That's a hard.
Who's gonna read that?
That's a hard R up there. I don't think we have anybody in
It
this.
didn't have the R. It didn't have the R.
We don't have anybody
There
in
was
this
no
podcast.
R up there.
My great grandma is.
Here, how about this? Someone read it.
Somebody took a 21 of me. They're like, I got this.
Man, that was good. That was good. How come nobody else can be a motherfucking tabby cat?
You see?
Fuck.
You got a bars that are young, man.
Yeah, that's
No
good.
joke.
That was funny.
Those are good, man. Yeah. Urban Dictionary, man, always coming through with the name definitions, I guess.
Oh man.
That's
Oh,
horrible.
it's high quality.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
So, who has fights coming up in December for Third Coast Grappling?
Me, Andressa.
Which are Third Coast Grappling vets, too.
Absolutely, that's right. It's not going to be the first one. So, when you guys approach like a super fight atmosphere like this, as opposed to like an IBJJF tournament, do you have, I guess, a different mental game or an approach? Do you show up with a game plan, or do you research your opponents or anything beforehand, or how do you guys prepare for different fights, like super fights, as opposed to like competitions?
You want to round table this? You want to start?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that, I mean, on the black belt level, everybody pretty much knows everybody, you know, so you know what the person's good at and their main things. So I think that the main goal is just to be aware of that, you know, just play your game, but just be aware of what the person's probably wants, what they're good at. And training-wise, if depending on the rules, you know, I think is the same thing. You know, for third coast, you got to make 11 points, and then you go to overtime. That is pretty much like specific training.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think it changed much. Okay. Not on this case.
Yeah.
Like drag as when you fight Third Coast Grappling, make us like do 11 points or submission, and then you want that like specific training.
So actually
it's
specific.
not just like first point or submission.
Right, so you actually specific train for the rule set that you're going
Yes.
into. Okay.
Right now, getting ahead in points is important because if it does go into overtime, you get to choose
Get that off
the
the
position,
advantage.
whether you want to start on the feet if you're good at takedowns, or if you want to start in close guard, you're on bottom or top, depending. So if you're
Can
good,
you, let's suppose if you win the regular time, can you choose, for example, can I choose close guard top?
yes,
Or just close
or
guard?
close guard bottom,
Yep.
or standing on your feet. Those are your only three options.
Yeah, they changed it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
if you're
much
if
simpler
you're
now.
winning 10 points to 5 or even 9,
In
you get
regulations
to
out.
choose. I want to start in full guard bottom or full guard top.
That's nice.
Or
and it's
standing
still
up.
first round or first submission or first point.
Yeah, but I
So-
can choose the whole thing then.
You can
Yes.
choose, yeah.
So it's
wherever
not.
you want to start.
It's not a coin flip.
toss.
Yeah, it's not top or
not
bottom.
like
Only,
It's
it's
not
only
like
a coin toss if they have if you have tied
0-0,
in points.
But it's not like I choose mount and the person chooses bottom.
No,
top.
no,
I
no.
don't
No,
know.
no, no.
It's only
It's
full
been
guard,
rearranged
top
from
or
that.
bottom, or standing on your
Yeah,
feet.
that's it.
Gotcha.
They made it way simpler.
Those are the only three options you
Nice.
have at this point, which is good because if you're playing for those points anyway, you know, let's say you come up against a wrestler, you know, I could be like,
Yeah.
all right, hey, let's stand up. This is going to be fun, you know, because you're going to put yourself in a possible situation.
Let's put that guy on bottom.
Exactly. Well, yeah,
Right,
and that's the thing. That's where you're
you
like,
can be more strategic,
I wanted-
and it doesn't come up to chance.
right.
Because you could be up in points and be like, all right, I know this guy has a weak guard, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna pass
I'm
him.
going to pass
Man,
immediately,
with-
get my 2 and win.
With that rule set makes training even easier. I mean, not easier, but like we don't need to change at all. You know, 'cause I mean,
Just do you.
yeah, I mean, we are already starting close guard anyways.
Yeah. And you work for precision regardless.
Most specific, and I mean, my game at least I always go for submission and position. I don't try to just make points and
Right, and we
stall
saw
the
it
whole
with
round, so I mean that doesn't change.
we saw it with Mateus Denise and Craig Jones. Is they had negotiated where they got the takedown, right? So we won. But I would have to go back and look. So
Would've
that's
been a
why
complete different
it's
outcome.
leaving it now equal
Shows
playing field.
cross, she
Yeah,
cross.
same rule, same thing for
So,
my fight this Saturday.
Coach Arian, we haven't had your take on it.
Really like I feel the adrenaline is a little bit different, you know, because the adjustment fairly really different. If it's a sub only tournament, the guy just gonna be blocking you. Like I don't go much like out of my game. I just keep doing the same, you know.
So I have a question for you guys. Does it doesn't really change your approach to it or anything, would it? I mean, it's,
No, not for me, not at all.
I don't get it.
Like for me, the only I look through it and like I recognize. I don't really research people. The only thing I look to know is I want to see what their stance is. Like I want to see what they come out. Aside from that, I just go into my normal game. So I think that's the only difference I would say.
The ability is what I
No,
for
no,
the fight, you know.
Yeah.
So
likewise.
so I don't like looking at anything. I'm just what
The videos
no.
of MMA?
So I actually have a story about that. I did a tournament a long time ago, and I was about to go up, and the guy who was coaching me, he does is if you stand up, he does this, and that. He's like, don't stand up to pass. Don't do it at all. So I don't even pass on my knees, but the whole match I was trying to pass on my knees. He swept me. We scrambled. I got back on top. I started again.
You weren't playing your
He
game
swept me
because
exactly. So then there was about 30 seconds left. I stood up to pass. I ended up passing his guard, but I was so far behind on points that it didn't matter anymore. Yeah.
It's like Frank Mir. He never warms up.
No?
Well, I don't know. He probably does now that he's older. he said he wanted it to be like a fight, and when you're like getting a fight in the street, you're not warmed up.
That
So
sounds
you
like
gotta
a
go.
20-year-old saying that.
It was probably 20-year-old Frank Mir.
That sounds like 20-year-old Frank Mir.
it was like pre.
Man,
And he's got like 3 guns on him, and all he's wearing is shorts.
Speaking of MMA, we have a good grapplers fight this weekend.
Oh yeah, well, who is it?
It's Maya and Ben Askren. They're fighting.
Oh
this
yeah,
weekend.
that's gonna be amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Interesting.
That is gonna be good.
I think
Askren's first fight since he got kneed in the face.
yeah, but it was in the first like 10 seconds, first 4 seconds. But I think Maya has the advantage because Maya has better striking in general. So
Well, I mean, we saw it last time in the last episode we talked about where Ben Askren was saying there's no such thing as jiu-jitsu takedown.
yeah.
That's such a stupid
So
fucking
now,
thing to
now
say.
you got a jiu-jitsu guy.
Like he's got to know he sounds
I'm
like
sorry,
a dumb
guys,
fuck.
but that guy is retarded.
Like he's saying that shit just to be divisive and
Yeah,
to
that's-
get likes
that's
and
what it's
views.
Yeah,
If
for
people
sure.
watch his
That
fight,
sounds
they're gonna hate
fucking
watch the fight.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
every
just-
single grappling
But
martial
look,
arts has
he's saying
takedowns.
that because he's trying to build the fight because he's about to go up against a jiu-jitsu guy.
Jiu-jitsu guy, yeah, exactly. What was the last guy? Man, there
David
was some.
Maya's gonna come out and knee him in the face.
No, Damian Maya fought
Everybody
Chow
that's-
Sonnen.
Yeah,
down.
so yeah.
Chill just
But
got
there
a
was
black
an-
belt. Gracie Bob.
Did
There was,
Really?
there was another
yeah,
guy.
sure, yeah.
There was another guy
Right.
before that came out and was like, "Yeah, jiu-jitsu doesn't work in MMA." And the
Oh,
next fight he got-
it was
Who-
Ed Herman. Ed
Yes,
Herman
Ed
fighting
Herman.
Nogueira.
Yeah, he was
And
like,
he got
"Jiu-jitsu doesn't
submitted
work."
with an armbar.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, it just doesn't
But
work."
he was doing the same thing. He was
Yeah,
just trying
he's
to be a
just
troll.
building it for the fight. Yeah.
Little Nog.
No, he fought
Nog,
Big
Big
Nog.
Nog.
He fought Big Nog in Brazil. He fought him in Brazil too.
So
Yeah.
that's why he was saying it, right? It's not because he really, at least I don't think he really believed it. It's because it's something very divisive to say, and it upsets the jiu-jitsu community.
Yeah, gives people to watch the. I mean, there's like zero marketing.
ESPN is in charge.
They're gonna
of
get
it.
the same
You have
amount
to
of money
pay
no
for the
matter
promo
what.
videos now.
Here,
You know who they
podcast.
promote? They promote the pay-per-views, probably because they get a bigger cut. off
Yeah,
of the
because everything's
pay-per-views.
on.
You're not gonna see. You're not gonna see it.
Oh, you saw when Masvidal knocked out, and then they cut it. They didn't show the extra couple. Hey, it's owned by Disney, man. They're not gonna show that shit.
Think of the like super fight versus tournament is like tournament. You're gonna have coaches, and the opponents are kind of friends watching for the show.
To me, in a tournament, I'm never expecting to be coached. Like, I'm always gracious when I have, but you can't tell me the time,
Yell
tell me
the
the
time.
score, right? Like, I'm always thankful, but I'm never banking on it. I'm never like, I don't have anybody. There's nobody there. Like,
Yeah, you just gotta
no,
go out
like
there and
you
fight.
go in there to fight. Like, that's what you're there to do.
But I think about that when you're watching like Game 6 of and there you have the one chance to win the game,
Yep.
go to the World Series, and then that pressure just being nothing and just doing it.
Jose
That kind of
Jose
pressure
came out
Is that-
ice cold, man.
Yeah,
It's not about the mindset that you're
I
gonna
think
put
that
on,
all the pressure comes when you fight for other people. Like for
That's a
me,
good point. That's an excellent
as
point.
cliche as it sounds, but it's true for me. Fight just means
is they're able to compartmentalize.
Yeah, you don't
They're
feel
like,
anybody
they're
else.
Like, I'm
You
focused
don't-
on this one thing right now.
if you
I'm not-
fight for somebody, you're gonna feel pressure if that person is there.
Yeah.
You know, if you fight for you, even if you do, you can't think that way. Even if you're fighting for a team or something like that, you can't put in your mind that you're fighting for them. You gotta put in your mind that you're fighting for you, and that way, the only pressure you're gonna have is your pressure yourself. Otherwise you're just gonna everybody that you're fighting for puts pressure on you. Indirectly, but they do.
Right, and it's like a belief too. Like Conor McGregor believes in what he's saying, right? For the most part.
Exactly, kinda.
Except for that whiskey.
Like,
I think
Altuve
whiskey tastes like shit.
Altuve going
It's
up to the
not
plate,
good.
he believes
No,
he can
it's
hit a
real
home
shit
run.
Yeah.
And
That's something that I think you learn with time. Like my brother, he fought Houston, and like he was feeling so much pressure because like for him, he was fighting for me, he was fighting for Andressa, he was fighting for Drac, and everybody at the tournament just kind of like comparing him to me. Like, hey, now
That's hard.
Now it's your turn. I want let's see if you like a brother. The guy that waited him like, hey, now you have to perform because your brother won, your sister-in-law won. Now it's your time, and like that puts a lot of pressure on the person, Even of course people don't do that with bad intention, but it's your first sermon, and everybody, you're already nervous, you already like don't know what to expect, and everybody comes to you like, hey, are you like a brother? Are you gonna be the same? Are you gonna do the same thing? Like, are you ready?
Yeah.
Is anybody in here a younger brother, younger sister?
I'm
Where's Ricky? Let's call Ricky. Goddamn.
No, I feel
They say it restarts after 4. Like there's
do
a
you mean?
family dynamic from 1 through 4, and then it
5.
restarts. The 5th one is like the first one.
They
You're
stop caring and they
restarting.
care. Yeah.
My
Like,
father.
Because if you get to 5, they're going to 10.
Yeah,
or
my
12.
dad is the 5th one.
Really?
Of 10.
I don't think my wife would like get down with me 5 times. I think I got my 2 in, and she's like, we're
I asked Megan for 5. I
Yeah.
said 5 so that everybody can have a
So
sister.
did you settle?
You can have a
did
basketball
you settle
team.
at 2.5?
Yeah.
You can have a
We're
small
still-
basketball team.
We're still arguing.
He's going back.
Yeah, you can have a basketball team, 5 people.
But don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody feels pressure.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
But I think that the difference when people say this guy's experienced it is not just on like techniques, kind of stuff on how to play, but also like how to transform.
You're gonna be just as good. You're gonna be just as flexible and strong, and like he's a different person. You can't put that expectation on
Well,
him.
some
But
of
like,
some of the pressure can be relieved by how prepared you are going in too, right?
Yeah, I agree. Because if say you train your ass off, you train hard, you did everything right, you come out like confident
this.
mentally. You're like, man, I did all this,
You
I
go
did
in with
that.
the doubt, like maybe I should have done a couple more
Yep.
classes,
Yep.
or maybe I should have lifted
Yeah.
a little bit
Man,
harder.
but
or
I
ran that
think
extra sprint.
everybody compare yourself to the other person. You're taking your own abilities out.
Yeah.
For example, if you try to be like half guard or something, but you are not focusing on what you could be amazing at because
Right, you
you're
can
just
have your
trying to
own
compare
thing.
yourself to that person,
Yeah,
or
be
you might be
original.
like potentially be an amazing guard passer, but you are just trying to copy someone else. So you're not giving credit to yourself.
well, I mean, I think like in a greater sense, jiu-jitsu is a big copycat game. So we're all just trying to emulate what we see, but you can't hold yourself to the expectations of somebody that you emulate, right? Like I could,
Or
I
an
could,
innovator.
yeah. So like I could watch you and do the things that you do, and I can try to do the same things as you do, but I don't expect to do them as good
Exactly.
as you do, right? So I just say,
you're gonna add your own season.
yeah, copycat game, but
Yeah.
eventually everybody adapts and you make it your own.
That's
I
what we
think you
tell
said
people.
perfectly.
We tell
Yeah,
people
I-
don't compare yourself to anybody else here.
Like
Compare
you
yourself
can
to
do
you
the same
yesterday.
thing, but not do the same way.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's Professor Butter said it perfectly.
When I met you, I did compare myself with you. I want to play guard like you. I want to like footlock like you. I want to like nobody pass my guard like nobody pass yours. And if somebody pass, I get frustrated.
Yeah, you get
because
stressed
I'm
out.
not him,
You put
you
extra
know?
stress on yourself.
And
Yeah,
then
absolutely.
I started like realizing that I was just like screwing myself.
Yeah.
And then, oh my God.
Other stuff.
Yeah, I can go be like some things that he does can like be good for me, but not everything.
Yeah.
I have my game too.
Yeah, I have a good example. When I first joined the school, Professor Isai was, I think, already a blue belt, and he has a great margarita pass. Still does, and
Also
I
makes great margaritas.
great margaritas makes great margaritas and great margarita
not true.
passes.
And simple syrup is a key.
But like I really, as a white belt, I really didn't know like what he was doing. I just tried to copy it. Like, but I was always good at like just figuring body mechanics out, and I kind of just figured out the margarita pass, and I just started using it on people. I would not without really fine tuning the details, and I just kind of made it my own thing. Like I don't pass the same way I did, and it worked for me.
But he
Now it's a-
copied
now
it
it's a
from
different
Mr.
thing.
Margarita, so
From Mr. Margarita.
And
And it's sing-
Rafael Margarita.
we call him Senor
Fernando
Margarita.
What's that?
Fernando.
Margarita.
Just like him.
I copied it from
Just like
Home
him.
Alone, actually.
Yeah, I mean that's when you
Paco.
when you go back to learn the concepts, you know, because when you learn the concepts, you're able to do the same technique in a different way. You know, it's kind of like you get a recipe, you know, to make a cake, for example, but you like a little sweeter, so you add a little more sugar to it, you know, or you like a little.
That's excellent.
A little
analogy,
less cream
Professor.
on it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's like-
relate to
it's
that.
the same recipe, but you are doing the way that
Making
you
me
like
hungry.
it, you know, the way that is better for you.
Yeah, it's like Andressa. She likes to cook sometimes, you know, and then sometimes she take like a fat recipe, you know, like she transform like everything fat, you know.
But
Kinda
it-
the-
it-
she
if you-
knows.
If you could
She
relate
knows.
your
I
jiu-jitsu
think
game to a
of-
food group, what would it be?
That's
That's like a
game,
taco
your
truck.
own limitations, you know.
Be a burger.
You're a burger? If your jiu-jitsu was a food, what would it be?
Açaí.
Yeah.
Not Isai.
Not Isai.
Nah,
You're not that
no,
yummy
your
there,
name is not
champ.
Isai. Your name is Fernando.
She got you on
You're
that
the acai that they sell at the Gracie Baja that's so frozen.
That's
It takes 3
frustrating.
days to break that ice. You're just
a block of ice.
cold-blooded. like-
Why do you give us a plastic spoon with that motherfucker?
one.
Like,
You want me to
I-
go, you want me to go, you want me to go buy a metal spoon?
no,
Let me give you a
just
metal
don't
spoon?
give me one. Don't give
Like
me
you
Yeah,
can
but-
put that stuff on
But
your
what
dash
happens?
in
What
a
happens
hot
once it
summer
thaws?
day.
What happens once it thaws? What do you think about the flavor?
I
Very
forget
sweet.
about it
It's
after
very
3 days.
sweet. It's
Show them the Urban Dictionary of my name. They've never seen it.
Oh yeah.
What is Ryan? He's alive?
Ryan?
Ryan alive?
He probably left.
Oh no, he went to go poop.
Yeah.
He probably
Oh my
left.
gosh. In 1 minute.
Read it out loud for them.
All right, so Isai is the name for an amazing man with the sweetest heart, someone who seems quiet and harsh
On the outside.
on the outside, but only puts up with the wall to hide the sensitivity, loving, pure heart that he has.
This is all true.
This is why he shakes your hand so hard. He is a pure soul. Whoever gives him love and affection must know that he values it more than anything. He is passionate about
the
what
eye
he
contact.
loves. He fights to
Defend the
persons
peeps.
with a great heart. He's a nice guy. He will want to be his best friend. What means a lot to him to be happy and never sad when he smiles. He has
Who
this
the fuck
great
wrote
smile.
this?
Dude, I like the quote by Brian,
Thanks.
probably Brian McGuire.
Fernando.
You should get an Isai. He is a cool dude.
Yeah.
Maria.
So-
Yeah,
for your
you
cousin
muggy
Sarah.
for your cousin Sarah.
Oh.
Oh man.
You need to search his real name.
Where do we purchase an Isai? Where do we get one?
One of the
Not
most
for sale.
funniest guys in the entire world. His
Ooh.
sarcastic
Ooh.
jokes
Oh.
and innuendo can make all Debbie Downers laugh.
This is so stupid.
Damn that Isai.
Not even the kids laugh.
Did you go back and change this?
Right.
Say when edited it.
Like just turn the like it's a halfway. Right now it's on like full freeze. It needs to go like halfway.
Yeah, you guys need to adjust that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, but then it'll go bad.
Yeah, that's true. It will go bad. That shit goes bad pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
It's organic.
It's organic.
It's organic.
Be the
All right,
truth,
we're
man.
coming up on an hour 45 minutes.
Hour 45. All right. Well, let's give our guests. You guys have anybody you want to shout out to, or at least call out, or
Yeah,
talk
some
shit to?
sponsors? You got some
Sponsors.
sponsors?
Yes, guys. First, make sure to check my DVD out. And if you have any question about any technique, just message me on Instagram or.
Way more than a private.
Yeah, and you can rewatch
Sorry,
it
I
over and
might be
over
busting
again.
your private market, but
This is a 4-hour
this is basically
private.
having.
It's a great supplement to the
having
privates.
A 4-hour private.
Yeah.
Exactly, guys, and it's I mean it's almost 3 hours, so it's like a big seminar, you know, and they can be rewinding and watching again and again. So if you have
Which
any
you
questions,
don't get when you go to a seminar.
Yeah, exactly.
You only get
No,
one.
you get one and done.
unless you wanna annoy the athlete who is giving the seminar.
Like, hey, you know, every
Can you
day
say
you
that
message
again?
them
Can you say
like,
that
Does
again?
anybody
remember
need to
that
see it
thing you
again?
taught me?
Yeah, it's always that one. You're like,
Yeah. Kinematic nutrition,
Cool
Buco,
Zone.
TMG, Cool Zone Cryotherapy.
Yeah,
How is that? How's the cryotherapy?
It's amazing.
it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I've seen that facility on your Instagram. Like it looks pretty cool. Like they got
You got
the
them boots on.
boots on.
Yeah,
Exactly, guys.
The
Compression
GB guys have a nice price to do the full body cryotherapy.
Oh, it's
Plus
close to the gym.
compression.
It's close to the gym
Yeah,
too,
it's
right?
like 1 minute from the gym.
One
Oh,
hour.
that's awesome.
You're gonna get a full body. And,
You want to say I know the golden couple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Tell them
I'm-
you heard it on the Fifth Stripe podcast. They'll be like, they're not even our sponsors.
I'd like to give a shout out for my sponsors also. Cubs, Fly It, Aerolaf, and yeah, that's it. Mechanics.
Yeah.
Mechanics.
Mechanics. Great product.
Yeah.
Oh, great product.
That's the loving area,
The
we know.
The best CBD in game.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keeping everybody legit. All right, guys. Well, real talk. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We know you had a busy weekend and you guys performed exceptionally well, as always, as we expected.
Inspirational.
Helping Gracie Baja win their 11th consecutive Houston Open title, first place. Don't matter how,
Got
how
it,
hard you try to.
suckers.
Yeah, it don't matter how hard you try to build a team. We're gonna take it down regardless. So, with that being said, thank you to our guests for being in here and bringing that beat, buddy.
Take it down irregardless.
Irregardless.